So ending our gift guide, we are going to be taking a look at these great Muppet Select figures that Diamond Select Toys sent us, and these are best of series. So if you missed out on the Muppet figures the first time, you still have a chance to get them here again with the best of series. Of course, we have other ones coming out, like Uncle Deadly and the King Prawn, and then we have Sweetums coming out as well, and there's a ton more on the way. But if you missed out the first time, then you could get this chance to get the core characters like Piggy and Kermit here, Gonzo and Fozzie, and then Ralph and Scooter, I'm sorry, Ralph and Scooter. And they come with great accessories as well. I mean, you can see the giant piano that comes here. This one comes with the banjo and the chair. You got Fozzie over here with his hat, and you get Carmilla the chicken, and you get a whole bunch of other accessories. So pretty cool that you can still get a lot of these figures, even if you missed out on the first time, because these are pretty awesome in terms of Muppet characters, in terms of both detail, accessories, and just displayability. So we're going to be checking out these different sets right now. So why don't you guys come on in and we'll open them up and see what they come with. All right, so here we have our figures. I love this packaging. It's a lot easier to manage than having all those little plastic ties in on each individual figure. There's just some tape at the top here, and then this one little twist tie in the middle, which I just untied in the back. So we could take that out, and you could always save it if you wanted to put your characters back in. But then you should be able to just pop everything off here. Let's do it this way, because they all seem to be fitting in forward here. There we go. Nice and easy to open, and we'll check out what we got. We have a little director's chair. We have a little stool. We have a little framed image of Kermit. I guess that is belonging to Piggy. We have the dog. Let's see if there's any articulation here. I feel like there should be, but I'm not getting the head to move. And we have a little water bowl for the dog, or food bowl, however you want to look at it. A little mirror for Miss Piggy. It's got to be Miss Piggy. And we have the banjo, of course, for Kermit. We'll rest that up here for a moment. We have the log right here, which is another Kermit accessory. You're always sitting on his log playing his banjo. Oh man, I forget the little guy's name. The little mini Kermit. It's like his nephew or something. I forget what his name is. If you guys know, let me know. Share it in the video below. He also comes with Sweetums. Yeah, let's get to our main characters here. So we have Piggy, and she looks exactly like Miss Piggy. I mean, this is a very solid Miss Piggy figure. Let's see if we get her to stand now. That's always kind of the trick when we take these out for the first time, getting them to balance. Because she's got these platform shoes on with the heels, it's a little tricky. But I'm confident I could get this to work if we just play around with there we go. She does stand. So she doesn't need any kind of extra base to her. She'll stand. Now we look at the articulation. We have some in the wrist. We have some in the elbows here. You can see the elbow joint. So you're just going to have to carefully work these so they don't snap the first time. Once you get them bent in the first time, they should work a lot better on future instances. So you can see it could turn here at the top where the glove is. You get that shoulder joint, and you're going to have that on both sides. And then you have the legs at the ankle right here, and then at the knee. Although she has this skirt on, so it's really hard to try to bend her at the knee, but you can. And then she has that floppy skirt on there as well. And then for the head, you get some articulation, but the hair is like perfectly over the shoulders. So it's kind of, you see how it restricts how it turns there. So you could tilt it up and down a little bit, but that's really it. So like even just trying to sit her like this is going to be tough because of that skirt. But I think you could get her in that chair basically. And then you could give her her little mirror she could hold in her hand. And then she could do her, I like how the pinky is out, just a little bit more formal there. But she could do her Miss Piggy, basically, here with the mirror and the chair. Kermit, let's check out Kermit. Now he's a little stringier because he's just got those skinny frog legs. So I imagine this is going to be tricky to stand up. So let's see here. We got that ankle articulation, very thin knee articulation at the hips. We have him at the arms. He's going to be able to move those arms a lot easier than Piggy. They're just really thin. I'm afraid of snapping these off. It reminds me a lot of Jack Skellington. And he's got a very little bit of a head articulation, but not much. But let's see if we get him to balance. Oh, his arm just popped out. You can see the little mechanism there to put it back in. But let's see if we get him to stand Oh, yeah, there we go. Whoop, I just hit the table. That's was a little bit easier than Piggy, honestly, which I'm surprised I'm getting him to stand. And yeah, he is standing. So let's get him on his log, and we'll bend his knees here. This knee is kind of reversed. Oh boy, here we go. Get his knees. There we go. Okay. And then we're gonna have his arms positioned so he could be on this log here with his banjo. Now the banjo should just strap over his head. But this is gonna be a little tricky, I bet. Yep. There we go. Get the banjo. Put that in his hand, and we'll put this up on the neck of the banjo. And I imagine it's a little tricky to do, and I don't want to spend too much time trying to pose him, but you get what I'm trying to do here. You're going to have him with the banjo on the log right here like that, and that's sort of what they have him doing on the package as well. But you could, if you played around with it, I'm sure you could get it. But that is essentially your Kermit the Frog and your Miss Piggy here in this little 2-pack with these classic characters. They obviously have to go together, so that makes a lot of sense. So this is everything that you're getting in this set, and it's a nice little building out the world here with these. So why don't we move on and check out Fozzie and Gonzo next. All right, Fozzie and Gonzo, very similar to the other package. We still, this time you have 2 of these twist ties instead of 1. A lot more accessories, a lot tinier accessories. So we'll be going through that once we get this twist tie out. And of course, they got to make it fun with a little curl in it. There we go. And then you can see a lot of these are based on the Muppet Show and not one of the movies. So you have a lot of stage production tools in here. So we'll be checking those out right here. So first and foremost, you have a giant little spotlight for the stage, a little lighting effect, which is very nice. You got Carmilla the chicken, core character, honestly, to go with Gonzo. And then you have Gonzo himself. Let's focus on him, and then we'll switch over accessories. Although, I think this coffee cup might be Gonzo. This just seems like a Gonzo kind of thing, because he's always very formal with his little bow tie on there, in his outfit and his hair. So similar articulation to the other characters. I don't want to spend too much time on that. They have all the same sort of features that way, and we'll try to get him the balance to show you that these guys are good to stand on their own. In your little displays, or however you want to display them if you have a stage. They did have that pack that had several characters, and it was behind the scenes or behind the stage, backstage sort of look. So yeah, so here's his coffee mug. I'm going to assume this is Gonzo's, and he's got his Carmilla the chicken here. And then a spotlight, so not a bad looking little spotlight. I'm going to shift those over. We're going to check out what else we got here. We have a rubber chicken for Fozzie, of course. We have some popcorn. I want to say I've seen a lot of Fozzie gags with popcorn, or he spills it everywhere. We got his little bowler hat or fedora or whatever that's supposed to be. And then his little fake nose and glasses with the eyebrows. So here is our Fozzie. Weird without his little accessories on it, actually. This scarf is not attached to him there, so that could roll around. So that's fun. So plenty of articulation. You saw how easy it was to get this guy to stand up. Oh, I had it just a second ago, and then I touched him, and now he doesn't want to. But you can stand this guy up fairly easily. He's balancing very well. Really nice detail on that Fozzie. The face is where it's at with Fozzie. It's all about the face. So we have his little hat. I don't think there's any special way of putting it on him there. And if you want to do the fake glasses, there's a cutout in the nose so that this could fit on here perfectly. And I think it just goes up over the ears and on both sides, and the nose goes in place there. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it goes below the ears. It's got to go somewhere with the ears because the ears are in the way. There we go. Below the ears, very easy to put that on, which is amazing because we've had so much trouble with glasses accessories on this channel. So there we go. He's got his ears. We'll get his arm here equipped in just a moment. We got to get the bend, and then we're going to have him holding the chicken. So we can, oh, I think the chicken head is where you want to hold it. There we go. See the chicken. He's got the ears. I don't know if you can get him to hold the popcorn. I'll see here. Just because it's so big, maybe with 2 hands, you get him to hold the popcorn. Yeah, it's just a big accessory. It's just kind of weird. It's a fun little accessory. I'm sure you could figure it out. But this is Fozzie here. I think he looks pretty cool with the chicken accessory and his little fake face. So, and if you get him to stand without messing with the feet like I did. and then he should be okay. But that is a pretty nice look. So you have your Fozzie, you have your extra popcorn accessory there, and the stage lighting. He's got his hat. I think the hat is kind of critical for Fozzie. Like it's not, I don't feel like it's Fozzie without the hat. So you have your hat, you have your Fozzie, you have your Gonzo here, and Gonzo has, he has Camilla, and that's basically the whole set. So another really easy one to put together, really nice one, some cool characters, and they look great. Okay, rounding things out with Rolf and Scooter. Again, you can see some production aspects up here, the little director's horn, the clapper, and you have a microphone down here. So keeping consistent here, just one tie on this one. Pull that out. A little tied up, but that's all. Again, I love how this packaging is put together. It's just easier to get things out than having to cut everything out individually. But this one is another great core set here. So we have the little director's horn that is on there, the clapper. Let's see if there's anything on there. No, it's a blank slate. And of course, Scooter here is wearing his Muppet Show production jacket. He's got the glasses on, and I guess you could take them off, but there's a rubber band holding them on, which I appreciate. It would have been better, honestly, if they were just molded onto his face, because I don't see why you need to take him off. Maybe that was a gag with the character, would take him off and his eyes would go with him, because he couldn't see without the glasses. But yeah, that's basically there for Scooter. So you could put the little production horn or whatever in his hand. A little tricky because he's got tiny hands, but you could do that, and or you could make him hold the clapper with two hands. You would have to do that this way, but yeah, something he could do. But you'd have to position it just right to get that in there. But you can see he stands pretty easily, so we'll move that guy out of the way. There's a microphone here. I want to assume this is for Rolf, the musical talent. The microphone comes off the stand, and you can put it back in there that way. So nice that you have that option for the microphone. Set that off to the side because I want to show the piano here. The piano is very nice. It comes, you know, everything's painted very nice here. And even the back has detailing on it. I mean, I have a piano like this, so it looks exactly like that. Now there's some accessories that he could stick on top of there. I can't remember if this is Beethoven or Mozart, but there's a little bust he had on there. And he had a little candelabra that he would put on the top as well. So those are the accessories for Rolf. And then, of course, we got Rolf right here. So Rolf is a pretty beefy character. They made him here. Pretty solid base. We'll see how that works with him standing, because right now he is not. So we'll try to get these feet angled just right. And I imagine they do. Yeah, this one turns. Why does this one not turn? It should turn. Let's get the leg here. Sometimes these joints are a little frozen when we first get them, and we have to play around with them to get them to move. So I hope that's not the case here. It's kind of like fused. There it goes. We got it to turn. All right, so now that it turned, we'll get the ankle just positioned correctly here, and then he should be able to stand. There we go. So you can see it's pretty solid. He's got that fur styling on there. The ears, I don't think articulate, but he's got his ears, his head moves, and he's going to have some bending in the arms, which you're going to need if you're playing piano, honestly. So we should be able to bend those arms or work them. I'm kind of concerned about snapping them right now. This one bends a little bit easier, but he can play that piano from a standing position right here. No bench or anything like that. I think that would have been nice to include, but this guy doesn't seem like he's going to sit on a bench. So you could have him playing his piano and being part of the production. Maybe a little microphone over here for him as he's doing that, with Scooter over here with his little production tools in the background. So not a bad set. Throwing in another two characters, kind of core, but yeah, they're probably, I want to say, lesser tier than the other ones, but still pretty awesome characters to include nonetheless. And here's your cast. Cameron's got his little thanks for coming out tonight, folks. So yeah, you're building out your Muppet Show and you want all the characters. This is a great chance to get them now in the Best Of series. Diamond Select has been doing this with a lot of figures. They've been re-releasing Marvel figures. They've been re-releasing the Nightmare Before Christmas figures in the Best Of series. So if you missed them the first time, this is your chance to get them. Usually the first time around they came with something else, like the Nightmare Before Christmas came with background or build-a-figure aspects or build-an-environment aspects. I'm not sure what the Muppets came with on their first releases, so you'd have to go check that out. But these just come with all the accessories I showed you. I missed the little horn that comes with Fozzie and Gonzo, so that's my bad. It's like a little trumpet. but that is also included in that set. But yeah, I mean, Fozzie comes with everything you would need for Fozzie. So that's pretty basic. And I'm sure they'll be designing other figures like the Super Gonzo or other versions of the characters in the future. But this is pretty extensive. Like I said, you get Bunsen and Beaker are the other set you can get. They're a 2-pack. You can get the 2 old guys. I forget their names. And you get Animal with his drum set. And then there's more of the band coming out, as well as Sweetums and Deedly and King Prawn and plenty more. So there's another way to grab those as they keep expanding this line. It looks awesome. What we need is like a stage or something. Obviously, you could build one yourself, but it'd be cool to have a little stage to display them on. So that is all for this time. This wraps up our gift guide. This is going to be the last item that we're adding to it. We'll be running the gift guide on Friday on our website, cooltoyreview.com. It's going to be, it's not a video, it's just a gift guide you can click on. It will have all the different products we recommend in different categories for different gift giving for whatever needs or fans that you have in your life, as well as links to reviews of all those products if you want to check them out. And on all those links will be the purchasing links to go grab those items. You can use our special discount code if you want as well to get 10% off on some of these. We try to always find the best price for you guys, so just look through that as well. So that is all for this time. Come back Friday to www.cooltoyreview.com to grab or check out the gift guide that covers everything we've been looking at the past several weeks and from most of the year, honestly. Check out our reviews if you're looking for a certain product. We have all our reviews archived on the site too. You just click on reviews and it's by company for about 20 years worth of reviews. So you can grab anything from there if you want to check something out. And yeah, that's it. So just tune back for that gift guide. And then we have one more video this week. I will drop it on the holiday. It's going to be the final Fantastic Four video to wrap up that great series from 30 years ago. And then we'll be switching gears to Marvel next month. So although that is more, I mean the Marvel Superheroes line, which is the first successful Marvel action figure line that catapulted into Marvel Legends, and then it still exists today with Hasbro stewardship. So that is the end. Like, subscribe, and follow. We'll see you guys next time.